This is the story of the owner of Rolex watches, who was an orphan. We will learn how he created this iconic brand through his journey. Hans Wilsdorf was just a young boy when tragedy struck his life. Born on March 22, 1881, in Kulmbach, Germany, he lost both of his parents at a very young age. Orphaned and left without much support, he and his siblings were taken in by their uncles. But instead of giving them a comfortable life, the uncles sold the family's business and used the money for their education. Young Hans was sent to a boarding school where he learned discipline, perseverance, and the value of hard work. Despite the hardships, he had a curious mind and a desire to build something meaningful. Little did he know, he would go on to create one of the most prestigious watch brands in the world, Rolex. After finishing his education, Wilsdorf sought work and landed a job at Kuno Korten, a Swiss watch export company in La Chaux-de-Fonds. This was his first introduction to the watchmaking industry. While working there, he developed a deep fascination with timepieces, especially the precision of Swiss movements. He realized that wristwatches, often considered unreliable compared to pocket watches, could be made accurate and stylish. This idea stayed with him. In 1905, at just 24 years old, he took a bold step and moved to London, England. With little money but great ambition, he partnered with his brother-in-law, Alfred Davis, and started a small company called Wilsdorf & Davis. Their business initially focused on importing Swiss watch movements and assembling them into British-made cases. These watches were then sold to jewelers, who put their own names on them. But Wilsdorf had bigger dreams. He didn't want to just sell watches. He wanted to create a brand that stood for precision, durability, and elegance. In 1908, Wilsdorf registered the name Rolex. He chose this name because it was short, easy to pronounce in different languages, and sounded refined. He believed that Rolex should become the standard for reliable wristwatches, at a time when most people still trusted pocket watches. To achieve this, he partnered with Egler, a Swiss watch manufacturer that specialized in small, precise movements. He challenged them to make movements that could match the accuracy of pocket watches. His dedication paid off when, in 1910, a Rolex watch became the first wristwatch in history to receive the Swiss Certificate of Chronometric Precision. 4 years later, in 1914, Rolex earned the Class A Precision Certificate from Kew Observatory in England, a recognition previously given only to marine chronometers. These achievements proved to the world that wristwatches could be just as reliable as pocket watches, changing the perception of timepieces forever. Despite his success, Wilsdorf faced major obstacles. During World War I, Britain imposed high import taxes on luxury goods, making it difficult to operate from London. Seeing no other choice, Wilsdorf made a strategic decision. In 1919, he moved Rolex's headquarters to Geneva, Switzerland, where the company could continue growing without excessive taxation. In the following years, Rolex introduced some of the most revolutionary innovations in watchmaking. 1926, Rolex launched the Oyster, the world's first waterproof and dustproof wristwatch. 1931, Rolex invented the perpetual rotor, the world's first self-winding automatic movement, setting the standard for modern automatic watches. Rolex watches became the choice of explorers, pilots, and deep-sea divers, proving their reliability in the most extreme conditions. Wilsdorf wasn't just making watches, he was building a legacy. Hans Wilsdorf was not only a brilliant entrepreneur, but also a man with a deep sense of responsibility. He never had children, and after his beloved wife passed away, he made a bold decision. He left the majority of his company shares to the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, ensuring that Rolex's profits would be used for charitable causes. On July 6, 1960, at the age of 79, Hans Wilsdorf passed away. But his dream lived on. Rolex, which started as a vision from an orphaned boy, became a symbol of excellence, innovation, and prestige. No matter where you come from, with hard work, vision, and persistence, you can create something extraordinary. Hans Wilsdorf proved that even an orphan with no inheritance could build a legacy that lasts forever. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.